Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Angel Gabrielle. And what I want to share with the collective today is the topic on letting go of expectations. Since I've been following my spiritual calling now for the last 20 months, I've been able to build a stronger relationship with God and the universe, and building a stronger alliance with God and the universe, and growing more in my spirituality and gaining more knowledge and wisdom when it comes to my spirituality and learning more about my spiritual gifts. When it comes to letting go of expectations, what I have done specifically is when it comes to the things that I've prayed to God and the universe about, and when it comes to the things in which I've been manifesting in my life, what I have done is I've set my intention, let go, and released it to God and the universe. And in so doing, I've been able to release the control of an outcome. And the reason I'm talking about this specifically is because I know it's not just me personally, but a lot of us get carried away when it comes to trying to control things, when it comes to a certain outcome, or when it comes to the things that we've been praying for or manifesting in our lives. We're just also, gung-ho about, trying to control everything about it so we can get the end result that we want. But sometimes the end result we want is not the end result that God wants for us, because ultimately God knows what's best for us more than we know what's best for ourselves. And this is a learned behavior I've had to do. I've had to practice and learn. It's not just something that I picked up overnight. In fact, to a certain extent, it was uncomfortable for me to kind of be adaptable to doing this, when it came to, the things that I've been praying about and manifesting in my life. When I was able to set the intention, let go, and release, then that was my way of totally surrendering to God and the universe and releasing that control of an outcome. And in the Bible, it talks about letting go of rigid expectations, because ultimately God and the universe know what's best for us, ultimately more than we know what's best for ourselves. And God's perspective and plans are often beyond our comprehension. What we have planned out for ourselves or, in our lives, God actually has something even bigger planned for us. So when we can learn to be adaptable and adjust a little bit, and when it comes to prayer, set your intentions, release and let go, and then in letting go, you're totally surrendering. And then as you're totally surrendering, you're releasing the control of an outcome. But ultimately, God wants us to trust in His wisdom rather than clinging on to our own expectations. And because God knows what's best for us, He wants us to let go of our preconceived ideas about how the outcome's supposed to look, or, how, things are supposed to unfold just in general. But ultimately, just keeping in mind, once again, God knows what's best for us more than we know what's best for ourselves. And when we can let go, when we can set the intentions, release and let go, then we're showing God and the universe that we're capable of inserting our faith, that their outcome is going to be better than our own outcome for ourselves. Because when it comes to God and the universe, they can move mountains for us that we cannot do for ourselves. They can make the impossible possible. When we can release the control of an outcome and the expectations then that is when we can ultimately free ourselves from the anxiety, and we're able to open ourselves up to new possibilities. And at that point, being able to experience a greater sense of peace from within. And not worrying about the unfolding of letting go of expectations, because once again, you're letting go, letting God. So I wanted to share this little message with the collective, and I'm hoping that it was, some food for thought for you to consider trying yourself and seeing how it might be accommodating for you versus maybe what you've already been doing. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. It really does support my channel. God bless all of you.